In a quiet small village where the rivers whispered secrets and the trees bowed to unseen spirits, there lived a girl named Somi. Somi was not from a noble home. She was simple, kind, and full of life. Every morning, she and her friends would go to the river to fetch water, laughing, singing, and dancing barefoot on the red earth. But one evening, a gong was sounded across the village. No one must go to the river at dawn, the elders warned. The spirit will be walking, and the unseen must remain unseen. Somi did not hear the warning clearly. At first light, with the sky still grey, Somi carried her clay pots and walked alone to the river. The village was silent, too silent, even the birds did not sing. She stepped into the water, knelt, and then she saw him. A man stood in the river, tall, radiant, otherworldly. His skin glowed like bronze in the morning mist. His eyes, silver like morning light. His presence, not human. Somi froze. She had just seen the hidden prince. In that land, no one was meant to see the prince, not until he became king. Only one woman was destined to behold him. His betrothed, chosen by the gods. For when she sees him, power would leave him and enter her. A sacred balance, a bond meant for the future of the kingdom. But fate made a mistake. The moment Somi saw him, the earth trembled softly. A strange force moved from the air, and power slipped from the prince into Somi. She gasped, her body trembling. Visions flashed before her eyes. Spirits, fire, voices calling her name. The prince turned, shocked. This was not supposed to happen. From that day, something changed. The prince could not forget her. His soul pulled him back to the river again and again. And Somi, though she did not understand it, felt tied to him by something deeper than fear. They met in secret, not as the prince and commoner, but as two souls bound by a mistake of destiny. Days later, the village gathered. The old king had died. It was time for the prince to reveal himself and unite with his betrothed, the chief's daughter, Loli. As tradition demanded, everyone turned their back. Loli stepped forward. The prince revealed himself, but nothing happened. No thunder, no lights, no sign from the gods. Fear spread across the land. The crops began to fail. Children fell ill. The rivers turned restless. The elders spoke. The balance has been broken. Loli, filled with anger and jealousy, began to suspect the truth. She followed the prince and discovered Somi. Blinded by rage, Loli went to the shrine. She made a forbidding plea to the priests. If I cannot have his powers, no one will. A dark ritual was performed, and Somi fell sick. The power inside her began to consume her. The village sank deeper into chaos. The prince stood at the crossroads. Duty or love, tradition or truth. So he went to the ancient oracle, and the spirit spoke. Power does not belong to blood. It belongs to the one chosen by fate. At the river where it all began,
The prince faced Loli. The wind howled. The water rose. Loli tried to take the powers by force, but the spirits rejected her. Her own darkness consumed her, and she vanished into the river she once feared. The prince returned to Sumi, not as a ruler, but as the man who chose her. Together they accepted the power, not through tradition, but through destiny. This land healed, the river calmed, the people rejoiced, and from that day on, the story was told. Sometimes the gods do not follow rules, sometimes they choose with the heart.